Your best day is my worst day. Greetings, Cancer, all placements. This is Weston Road Flows by Drake. So some of you guys, definitely people from the past cannot believe the come up. They can't believe it. You know, he starts out and he's like, back when we couldn't buy pizza because we were down to pennies. So for some of my Cancers, you can be in the struggle bus right now. You can be someone who is, you know, just trying to put together some change for your lunch. Maybe you're like, you know what, I guess I'm gonna skip eating today because I don't know if I can afford it and this bill's got to be paid. There can be that. Some of my other Cancers, you can be the opposite. You can be, you know, where he's at now, where he says, I got a price on my head, but there's a big risk to collect. I may be here as a vessel to teach these spirits a lesson. He says people, but I see it as spirits. So, because it's like, it's not really those people, those individuals, it's the spirit of envy or of jealousy or of comparison that is thieving, that is taking over that person. So I don't see it as the individual. I actually don't believe there really are bad individuals. I just believe people, you know, get taken over one spirit at a time by the spirit of envy, the spirit of greed, the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of survivalism, the spirit of competition. So anywho, a lot of you guys can be dealing with people like that, but he says later on in the song, your best day is my worst day. You treat me like I was born yesterday. So you can also have a lot of people who you're always going to be the little boy, the little girl to them. You could have just always had a very youthful spirit, and you may still have a very youthful spirit. You might have baby face as well. So people can also, you know, look at you and just not take you seriously. You could have a very youthful voice. You could also just be a very playful person. You could like doing kind of childlike things, or you just have a spirit of play. And for people who weren't allowed to play and so they had to grow up really fast, they can have a lot of resentment, envy, and bitterness when they see a spirit that's out here in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 60s. That's just super playful. They're like, ugh, who do they think they are? They're, you know, they need to act their age. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? You know, so Cancer, don't do that. Like, don't take that. Stay the playful spirit and just pray for them that they one day can revive their inner child, because that's honestly what needs to happen. And it's like you can just relish in that and live in that. And you are meant to. So don't let anyone tell you otherwise. He says, you don't be scoring perfect because you don't be working like I'm working. He also says, the only thing I did to end up here was put the work in. I did it with a purpose. So a lot of my Cancers, you just put your nose to the grindstone. You keep doing something. People can keep, it's really giving very similar to Pisces reading. People are trying so hard to get you to stop. They want me to stop, but why would I stop? I'm unstoppable. I'm hearing that by Big Sean. He also says, shout out to OKC, Oklahoma City. That's where I am. So shout out to my Oklahomies, because some of you guys definitely Oklahomies, you can be listening to this. You know, I know I have people that I grew up going to school with who weren't my friends, that were just like weird to me and always saw me as a weirdo, and they just like creep. They will never like, they will never support, but they will watch every single thing that I post out there. And they will talk about it with everyone that we went to school with. But will they ever give me my flowers? No. Whenever I read them to filth with it, will they admit it? No. Will they ever actually be a true supporter? No. And that's okay. That's okay. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Okay, Cancer? So you got to get used to that. You got to get a thick skin. That is, you know, just how it is out in these streets. He says, you get the message over and over like it's urgent, but then, oh, this is literally what I just said in the song. Drake is like, you get the message over and over like it's urgent. So it's like you could put something out and people watch it over and over and over. They're talking about it with everyone, but then you act like you didn't hear it when you see me in person. This is just like when I run into people and they're like, oh, what are you doing these days? And I'm like, what do you mean, what am I doing these days? You're like one of the first 20 people that watches every single thing that I post on a daily basis. You know darn well what I'm doing these days. You're probably watching this. Why are you asking me that? Answer your own question. So Cancer, you have a lot of people like that. I was also hearing some of my Cancers, you need hammock therapy. So maybe get a hammock, also maybe like kayaking, just laying on a blanket outdoors, just relaxing outside, sitting up, looking at the trees, looking at the sky, just relaxing, staring out into water. I was also hearing banana hammock. So a lot of my Cancers, maybe you need a tan. Maybe you could be laying out in your skivvies and getting some sun. You need some sunshine, some vitamin D. I was also hearing the song by Olamide, which is an Afrobeats artist, Greenlight. I do wait for you to give me the sign. Give me the green light. So some of my Cancers, you can be waiting for someone to give you the green light, or someone is waiting for you to give them the green light. Take it whatever side of the fence you're on. Someone is waiting for another person to give them the green light. Green means go. So someone is like, just, oh, what was that? I think I want to say it was Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo's reading. I was channeling the song Say Anything by Good Charlotte. Yeah, it was Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. It was definitely, I think it was Taurus. It might have been Capricorn. Capricorn or Taurus, you might want to go watch those readings because that's coinciding very strong with this. You know, he starts out and he's like, here I am on the phone again, and awkward silences on the other end. I used to know the sound of a smile in your voice, but right now all I hear is the pain of the silence, starting up again. All the things we talked about, they stay on my mind. Don't say a word, I know you feel the same, just give me a sign. Say anything, please don't walk away. I know you wanna stay, if you just give me a sign. So someone is like, give me a green light, just give me a sign. So Cancer, someone is really wanting to reach out. This can also be an old employer. This doesn't have to be a romantic situation. This is someone who is like, this can also be an old friend, Cancer, who is like, man, we had a really bad falling out and I really, really want to, I want to mend things. This can, again, be an old employer. Someone's like, just give me a green light. Honestly though, Cancer, and I think I said this in Gemini's reading last week, if you are feeling something, just say it. Like, why are you waiting? No day is promised. Why are you waiting for someone else to give you permission for you to express something that is heavy on your heart, heavy on your soul? So Cancer, if there's something, if you're the person that's waiting for another person to give you the green light, don't. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say, okay? Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Isn't that John Mayer? I think it is. So a lot of my Cancers, you just need to say what you need to say. Someone else does, and that could actually really mend things. Green means go. So, something is meant to go forward here. He also says, give me a chance to show you how I feel, treat you special like a queen. Someone can feel like they just didn't fully show how much they appreciated. I'm hearing Fortunate by Maxwell. I actually channeled that in Gemini's reading. So you could have Gemini in your chart or be dealing with a Gemini. You could also be Gemini in Vedic sidereal astrology and a Cancer in Western astrology. Fortunate to have you, girl. I'm so glad you're in my world. Yeah, I've never seen the sun shine like this. I've never seen the moon glow like this. I've never had someone to miss. I was blessed the day that I found you. So someone really wants to express to another how blessed they feel for their presence in their life. He also says, come on over. It takes two to tango. Someone here could want to dance. Someone here could just like, I don't know, just want to move and groove. Someone here could just be into music. I was also hearing Fly Like an Eagle by Steve Miller Band. So eagles fly heights that crows cannot reach. Cancer, you can have a lot of squawking crows around you at this time. Counting crows who are counting everything that you're doing, counting your followers, counting your likes, counting things, counting your pennies, or trying to. Someone is just trying to count something. I'm hearing Count Dracula. Someone is just trying, someone is a very vampiric energy. Someone is trying to vampire somebody's energy. Someone can see someone as a leech, as a vampire. Steve Miller Band, someone's name could start with it, SMBFLAEFGLC. WRFD. These are strong initials. Again, Oklahoma is very strong here. Go Oklahomies. But in that song, he says, time keeps on slipping. Time keeps on slipping. So someone can be like, man, I meant to reach out, but before I knew it, it's the next year. This can be someone that it's been years, Cancer. And it's like, well, I was going to reach out in 2020, but then, and then I was going to reach out in 2021, but then this happened. And then I was going to reach out, and now it's 2025. And they're like, time keeps on slipping into the future. I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Someone needs a break. Someone wants to go to the beach. Also, maybe that's the banana hammock. Someone wants to make banana pancakes. Is that Jack Johnson making banana pancakes? Maybe someone here could have a memory of making banana pancakes with you. Someone here could also just like bananas. Someone maybe needs more potassium and iron and vitamin C. That can also help. I'm not a medical professional in any way, shape, or form. I'm not giving medical advice, but you might have just a deficiency, and that might actually help whatever things that you may be experiencing or someone around you may be experiencing. He says, let my spirit carry me, fly like an eagle till I'm free. He says, oh, there's a solution. And then later on, he's like, right through the revolution. So some of my Cancers, you can feel like you're really pushing through a revolution at this time. Something that you're doing is revolutionary. Death and rebirth cycle is here. Someone can be trying to decide if they're going to end a relationship or not. Someone can be trying to decide, are we going to do this or not? Are we getting married or not? Like, Are we doing this? Yes or no? So someone can really be trying to get to the bottom of something. Someone can also know that they need to quit bad habits with the Eight of Swords.